Hello everyone, Julia here. Hello from Sweden and welcome to a new video. And in today's video I want to show you my journaling process in my passport size travel journal. I use this journal for documenting short trips. Mainly it's a one-day trips somewhere in the area around where I live, like to some cities around here that I sometimes visit. And mainly those one-day trips I document in this little journal, this passport-size journal. So I want to show you my process today, how I do it, because yesterday I went on a little day trip to Aarhus again. I go there quite often actually. It's a small town very close to where I live. It's like about half an hour by bus, and I usually go there to the sea, to the beach and to the forest, and just to walk in town sometimes. And I do that quite often, and I already have really many pages in my different travel journals about this little day trips to Aarhus. But I make some new spreads every time when I go there, because for me it's still something out of ordinary. It's not my regular day, it's something more special, and I really like to go there. And I always take many photos, and I want to print then some of those photos and include them in my journal. So I always document these little trips, even if sometimes it's maybe a bit repetitive and I go to the same places, but still. Yeah, I just like to document all my little trips, even if it's just something very close and to a place where I've already been to. And so yesterday I went first for like a long walk to the lake out of town and to the forest there. So I also will include that part. That was like the first part of the day, so I also will include it in this journal. And my journaling process in this journal is always quite quick and simple, because usually I just print some photos from the day, and as always I printed quite many photos. I just couldn't pick one or two. I always print a lot of photos, and I don't know if I will include like all of this in this journal, or maybe some actually also will go to another journals, but let's see. So I printed the photos. I also will use this calendar pages, one from the Moomin calendar. I will cut out the date, and I think in this case Moomin rather not. I want to use this Moomin image, and also this little calendar from La Dolce Vita that I have on my desk. I use this for marking the dates. And I also already had a few maps and few pages from little travel booklets, travel guides that I picked up sometime here in town, like free booklets with information about different places around here, and also a few maps. And I have a few of those at home already, so I use them when I go somewhere, and I know that I can just cut out a piece of some maps and use it. So I have here a few maps and some pages from a little travel booklet about the places that I visited yesterday, so I will use these as well. That's the first thing that I'm going to do, and then I usually also add some stickers to decorate my pages a bit more, but I will do it a little bit later. First I want to add my photos and these maps, and I think I will use some of the maps as a background, but yeah, I think first I will cut these photos up, and we'll see which ones I'm going to use here in this journal, and which photos will go somewhere else maybe. But yeah, now it's a really beautiful time here, and it's still warm, and actually most of the days are quite nice and sunny, at least last week and this week. And I'm trying to use this good weather as much as possible and go for walks to the forest, to the beach, to the park, and just enjoy the beautiful time, because I think for me October is probably my favorite months. For me personally, it's the most beautiful months. I love autumn. I love all this beautiful autumn colors around, red and yellow, and yeah, I think it's a very, very beautiful time. So I try to enjoy it as much as possible, and unfortunately this really beautiful time is over very fast, and I think already next week, or maybe even in the end of this week, it will get colder. There will be more rainy and grey and gloomy days, and leaves will just fall down completely, so it will turn more into that kind of gloomy winter weather, which is not really great. But yeah, now it's still nice and sunny, so I'm trying to use this time and go somewhere and just spend some time in nature, because unfortunately last autumn I couldn't really do it because I was feeling really unwell and I couldn't go for long walks or anything like that. So okay, then I think now I just will sort these photos and we'll put those from Aarhus separately, and we'll use them a bit later, I think. Yeah, so this was the first part of the day and this is the second. And like, yeah, as you can see, I printed a lot of forest and nature photos, and I think some of them I actually will use somewhere else because it's way too many for this small journal. Or let's see, maybe I will include all of them, I don't know. But I never limit myself and just print as many photos as I feel like it, like all those that I like and that I think that I would like to have them in my journal. I print them because for me my journals are also in a way like photo albums. I like printed photos, and I have some printed photos in bigger size as well, but I think for me it makes more sense to put them in the journal because I regularly go back to my journals and flip through them, and then I can look at those photos again. So first let's add all these photos and maps, and then I will take out some stickers and also will use some stickers. Yeah, this piece of the map, that's where that first place is located, that beautiful forest, so I will put it here. And I also always print photos in the bigger size, even for my passport size journal. I know that I could have printed them smaller and maybe would be able to include even more photos then, and I think most of the people would probably do it that way, like to print the photos in the smaller size, but I like them to be like bigger and like to see more actually what's happening on that photo, not to make it too small that I don't really understand what's on the photo, because rather often I notice that when I print photos in the smaller size it just becomes like, I don't know, if it's a forest then basically it's just a one green big spot and you can't really see the details, and I like to have those details captured on my printed photos as well. So it doesn't really matter for me that sometimes my photos take a lot of space. I'd rather make 2, 3, 4 more spreads instead of one, but will print my photos in the bigger size and that I'm still able to see well what's happening on that photo, if it makes sense. So in general this walk was really nice, and first I went to the lake and to the forest around the lake outside of the town, and it's really beautiful now. There are lots of beautiful yellow trees already. Some trees are still green, but also there are lots of beautiful yellow and red trees already, and As always, I saw many birds and animals on the way, and yeah, it's always great. Sometimes I cut some of the photos a little bit smaller, cut out some parts if I think that like that it will fit better, so some of them become a bit more narrow or just a bit shorter. But I actually put most in that same size that I printed them, but sometimes just cut them a little bit smaller. So I still have this from like that first part of the walk, a picture of my traveler's notebook, of this traveler's notebook actually inside this traveler's notebook, which is fun, I think. So let's also add this one. And yeah, I think also this beautiful forest. I will include this one in another journal. I took this cute little rat with me, my little walk and travel companion, and took some pictures of her. Okay, so now let's add some pictures from office. So I will use this map as a bit of a background. And this is basically the beach and forest area where I usually go. Okay, I think I will use this map as a little additional page. Sometimes I like to add additional pages, and usually it's maps or just some papers from little booklets or something like that, that I have more space basically and can add more pictures. And I just use some washi tape basically to tape it like this. Yeah, something like this, and I have now a little additional page and can use it for photos. So I think one of the sea view photos I will add here. I just will cut it a little bit smaller. Yeah, something like this. This side is not related to this trip at all, so I think I just will put here this other map. And add some more pictures. Now it's sunny again. Today it's changing all the time. Sometimes it's cloudy, sometimes it's sunny, so sorry for the change of the light all the time. But that's autumn in Sweden. Okay, let's add some more pictures here. I think this one. And I have here another little piece of the map left, and this is basically just the sea, but I think I still will use it as a bit of a background. This picture will be a bit smaller than I printed it. Okay, something like this, but I still can use this, I think. And these are some last pictures that I have. So this is going to be the last spread, I guess. Okay, this is a little piece from that one of those booklets. So I added all my pictures. I have only this one left, but I will use this one in some other journal. But yeah, I added all the photos and used some of those maps. And this is how it looks now. And now I just will take out some stickers and will add some stickers and decorate my pages a bit more and make them look a bit more interesting, and then we'll journal about this day a bit in a very short form. Usually in this passport size journal I don't write a lot, because these are just really short one-day trips to some of the places that I've already been to, so I don't leave a lot of space for journaling intentionally, because I know that probably I just won't need that much space, but yeah, I will leave some space for journaling for sure. But first we'll add some stickers, and it was a nature-related trip, so I'm going to use mainly nature and animal stickers to decorate these pages. So here I found a few stickers that I might use for decorating my pages. Mainly some animal and nature stickers, basically just some stickers that I have now on my desk and that I use in some other journals, and also some PET tapes and stuff. So let's see what I can use in here. And there is not a lot of space for bigger stickers or tapes, so I think I will use a few bigger ones, but mostly just some small details here and there. So let's see, what do I have here? I'm going to use some of the PET tapes. I think this one is from Pen Pulling Paula, and it's like a cottagecore PET tape, more like a spring vibes, but there are a few images that I think also fit here. And I think first I will add some bigger stickers, and then we'll go back and we'll add a few more smaller details, like to fill the gaps if there are any gaps that I don't like. I like to fill my pages with a lot of stuff, like with many details. I don't like to leave empty spaces. Okay, so I think now I'm done with decorating my pages, and I still have to journal about this little trip, but that's how it looks before the pen. So I just added a few stickers, a few bigger ones and a few smaller ones, and some dot stickers. I always like to add some of these little colorful dots and tiny birds. But mostly it's just some nature stickers and animals and a few girls, and yeah, that's how it looks now before the pen. And sometimes in the process of journaling I also still add a few tiny details, tiny stickers here and there, so maybe I still will add something while journaling, but usually it's just something really small. Maybe actually I still will add a few stamps, just stamp a few more birds maybe, or something like that. But yeah, so now I will journal and then we'll show you final pages. And in this case I don't have any like special ephemera or anything like that, except for a few of these maps that I added, and I just kept this here because this is the area where I went. This part here, and also this little piece here, that's basically this forest like over here, so I kept it here, just a little reminder that's where I've been. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, now I'm done with journaling. I just wrote a really short recap of this day, and I didn't add anything else, like any other details, no stickers or stamps. I decided to keep it as it is. It's kind of simple, just pictures and a few stickers here and there, but I like how it turned out. I like to have all these photos here, and yeah, these are the final pages and a little recap of this nice autumn day. And it was on Wednesday, so pretty much everywhere it was kind of empty and like hardly any people around. It was very peaceful and quiet, and I really enjoyed it, so it was a nice little adventure. And yeah, I hope that still this autumn I will have a chance to do a few more trips like this. Like if the weather is nice, I still would like to go somewhere to the forest, to the sea, maybe to some lakes, and spend some time in nature and enjoy the beautiful colors of autumn. So yeah, I hope this little video was interesting for you. That's how I usually document some short trips, and the process is pretty much the same for every trip. I like to print lots of photos and add some stickers and journal a bit, like a short recap of the day. And I think mostly I have here trips in Sweden, and I think I also have here, yeah, one day in Copenhagen and Denmark, but all the rest is Sweden. And I think I still have a few pages left here, like, yeah, not too many actually. So maybe for one more short trip like this, like somewhere in the area around, and then this insert will be finished, and then I can show you a flip through it. And for today, that's it. That's all what I wanted to show you. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next videos. Bye!